Australia has slipped in a rule forcing search engines to verify users' ages. Could that be headed to the US? Brand and digital strategist Fisher, who could be found on X and Threads with username @Fisher and on his website, fisher.media, joins us now to talk about that and more. Good morning to you, Fisher.
Good morning, Ken. How are you?
Great. Say hi to everybody on the West Coast.
Hi, everybody on the West Coast.
There we are. See, it'll take like 3 hours for them to get that signal. Anyway,
That's fine.
how will this new rule be enforced, by the way, in Australia? And could a rule like this ever find its way to the United States?
We'll get to the second part in a second. But first, yeah, the full compliance of this law is required by June 27th of this year, and it primarily targets search engines like Google and Microsoft's Bing. The measure aims to prevent Australian children from accessing or being exposed to online pornography, violence, self-harm material, or other harmful content via the search engines. Now, the search engines must verify or estimate user ages using a variety of methods, from pop-ups, ID documents, credit cards, digital IDs, face recognition, and on and on. Users verified under 18, the search engines must automatically apply filters to block or blur harmful content in search results. Now, this is the funny part. Non-logged in users, which is commonly incognito or private browsing, or even just guest browsing, you just didn't sign in, your searches will remain unchanged, with some content just possibly being blurred by default. But wouldn't you then just not log in? This whole thing is overseen by the e-safety commissioner, and non-compliance can result in fines up to approximately $50 million in Australian dollars. Critics highlight, obviously, that all approved verification methods are invasive, potentially ending full anonymous logged-in searches and risking broader erosion of online privacy. And this is also part of Australia's expanding online safety framework, which is to protect users under the age of 18 from various things. Under 16 right now in Australia, you can't even use social media. And so there might be future extensions of that include app stores, devices, and other digital gateways. So whether or not this can come to the United States, I think is a long way away as of right now. Again, we've talked about this before. It depends on who's currently in the White House and how, and in Congress, and how those rules may apply. But something like this would take a long time and a lot of strange things happening in order to enable it. I think we're safe for now, but I don't rule it out as a possibility.
This is something that liberals love to dabble in. They always think they know best, they
Hmm.
can do best, they know how to rule your life. Look, bottom line is, if you have a child who you want not to be using a search engine as a parent, you
Hmm.
have a right to take the phone away or take care of it yourself. But
And there are plenty of
instead of causing any
parental
hurt,
settings that you can enable on the phone or on the computer, and also just paying attention to your child in some case. I know it's easier said than done, but there are ways to make sure you're aware of what your children are searching or using on the internet.
there you go. And speaking of, we mentioned the West Coast. Well, actually, first we should mention again, how realistic do you think? You mentioned just briefly, you touched on it, but if you did have a liberal administration come in and a liberal Congress, do you think this is something that can you see realistically something like this passing? And how would it be
Um,
enforced?
Again, I think it's possible. There is I'll be kind, there is a website that adults could use that currently is blocked in certain states. And in order to see that website, you have to use an ID. You have to upload your ID into their system to verify how old you are. So is that possible? Yes. I think the backlash would be more for search engines than it would be for any type of pornography or violent site that you'd have to log into currently.
Yeah, I just wait until that site gets hacked and everybody's personal information gets out from that. Can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah, but it's
By
also
the way,
tying yourself to your, what you're searching to your ID. So, I mean, I think that's a bigger privacy, and for everybody that screams about other privacy things, that, is along tying yourself to your identification, your ID. wink, wink, nudge, nudge, voter ID. It's kind of like, well, but that would be okay. But requiring an ID, and then what happens? You don't. Some people don't have IDs apparently. So then what do you do? So yeah.
Remember, the liberals told us that minorities are too unable. They're too unable
That's
to
right.
get IDs. We got about 2 minutes left for our new audience
Yep.
in LA. There's a new California fee targeting batteries and PlayStations, power tools, and even those one-time use singing greeting cards. Right?
Yes, you've done the entire story. Thank you very much. Yes, it is targeting
Have a
any
nice day.
non-removable embedded batteries. Whether rechargeable or not, there's a fee of 1.5% of the retail sales price. It's capped at $15, but it is collected at the point where you buy these items. Again, power tools, video game consoles, greeting cards that might have batteries in them. Single-use plastics like vapes are exempt due to the concerns over handling the nicotine as a hazardous substance. The funds are supposed to expand collection recycling programs to prevent batteries from ending up in landfills, and it addresses California's growing lithium-ion waste. Improper disposal has caused costly fires, higher insurance premiums, and of course hazards to workers. So again, the fee will be collected at the point of sale, up to $15, but it starts now, so be prepared.
There you go. All right, Brandon, digital strategist Fisher, who can be found on X and Threads with username @Fisher and on his website, fisher.media. Thank you for coming on, my friend. Have a great day.
Have a great morning. Take care.